Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Futuh Al Ghaib, The Revelations of the Unseen by Muhiyedddeen Qadir Al Gilani Qaddasallahu Sirrahul Azeez. The 56th discourse. He, may Allah be pleased with him, said, when the servant of Allah has vanished from creation and desire, and from his own self, and his own purpose, and his own wishes of this world, and of the hereafter, he does not want anything excepting Allah, the Mighty, the Glorious, and everything goes out from his heart. It is then that he attains Allah, who selects him and chooses him, and loves him, and makes him loved by the creations, and also makes him such that he loves him as well as his nearness, and he receives his favor through his grace and rolls in his blessings. And he throws upon on him the doors of his mercy and promises to him that he will never shut them against him. So the servant then adopts Allah, the Mighty, the Glorious, and intends by his intention, and devises means by his devising, and wills a thing by his will, and feels pleased with by his pleasure, and carries out his commandments and not anyone else's commandments, and does not see any existence excepting his, the Mighty, the Glorious, nor any act. Then it beseems that Allah makes him a promise and does not manifest its fulfillment to his servant, and the thing which the servant expects in this connection may not come to him. And this is because the separateness disappears with the disappearance of the desire. The separateness disappears with the disappearance of the desire and purpose of the seeking of enjoyments. Then his whole self becomes the very act of Allah. Then his whole self becomes the very act of Allah, the Mighty, the Glorious, and his object. So neither promise nor breach of promise can be spoken of in this connection, because this kind of thing can be attributed to one who has desire and purpose. At this stage, the promise of Allah, the Mighty, the Glorious, in respect of such a person can be illustrated by the example of a man who intends within his own self to do a certain thing, then turns the same intent towards something else in the same way as Allah, the Mighty, the Glorious, has revealed to our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam with regard to revelations, abrogating and abrogated as in the words. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Whatever communications we abrogate or cause to be forgotten, we bring one letter than it or like it. Do you not know that Allah has power over all things? Whatever communications we abrogate or cause to be forgotten, we bring one better than it or like it. Do you not know that Allah has power over all things? Chapter 2, verse 106. When the Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, peace and blessings of Allah be upon him and his progeny, cleaned of desire and purpose excepting on certain occasions which Allah has mentioned in the Holy Quran, such as in the case of the prisoners on the day of Battle of Badr, as in the following words. You desire the frail goods of this world, while Allah desires for you the hereafter, and He is mighty and wise. Were it not for an ordinance from Allah that had already gone forth, surely there would have befallen you a great chastisement for what you have taken to. You desire the frail goods of this world, while Allah desires for you the hereafter, and He is mighty wise. Were it not for an ordinance from Allah that had already gone forth, surely there would have befallen you a great chastisement for what you had taken to. Chapter 8, verses 67 and 68. And the Holy Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, was the object of Allah, whom He would not leave in one condition and in one thing and in one promise, but He would shift him towards the decree of destiny and leave the reign of destiny to be handled by Him. So He would move him and make him roll in the midst of destiny and keep him alert by His words. Do you not know that Allah has power over everything? Do you not know that Allah has power over everything? Chapter 2, verse 106. In other words, certainly you are in the ocean of His decreed providence, the waves of which toss you sometimes this way and sometimes that way. So the terminus of the affairs of the wali, awliya Allah, is the starting point of the affairs of the Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So the terminus of the affairs of a wali is the starting point of the affairs of the Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. There is no stage after wilayat and badaliyat excepting the stage of nubuwat.